Good morning.
Buongiorno. I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
And we are cruising with the Colemans. And we are 5 days away from Rome. Today is day 45.
We walk on the 50th day, so we are 6 days from Rome.
So today our stage is Montefiascone to Viterbo. It is 18 kilometers.
18 kilometers, and it's just, well, we gotta go up to get out of the village, and then down, and then flat.
And then mostly flat today, so that should be nice.
Yeah, but why are we sitting with no backpacks?
Well, because we got to keep this real. It's breakfast time, so a little cappuccino.
See.
Little pastry. This was like a cinnamon roll with raisins in it.
We gotta keep it real.
Has her favorite.
A croissant.
Which is the croissant con crema. Cream in it.
If you've been following the blogs, you know 2 I've written. 1, gluten is not my friend. You can read about that and how I prepare. And 2, the other one is I'm hungry and I don't want to talk about it. So we are starting out with food. We also, we have sandwiches to go.
Sandwiches to go.
Because there is no food. Because there is no food along today's walk. 18 kilometers. Now, yesterday we did 16 without any food, and it was fine. But this time, because we had the option to buy some pre-made sandwiches, we thought we better just get them because you just never know if you're going to hit that low. And we still have a couple of protein bars left, but we'd rather not get into those if we don't have to. First of all, they're melty and they've been in our packs for a little while. So, so we've got some food, we've got some caffeine,
some rocket fuel,
and we need to finish this and get going.
It's gonna be another hot one, so we got to get out of here. Andiamo.
From what we have seen, from Lausanne to here, I think this is the only permanent pilgrim monument along the entire trek that we have seen.
I think so. Do I look like her? Am I that cute?
You do. Look, she's even wearing a skirt just like you.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I gotta get it right.
Get it right.
Power pose. If it were like 1 p.m., I would totally be under that shower right now. Oh, they're kiwi. No.
Oh, they are kiwi.
Wow.
It's not grapes. It's a kiwi farm.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever wonder how kiwi grew? Like this. There is Montefiascone at the top of the hill. You can see the dome, just make it out. We are not as high right now as that, but we have reached our summit for the day. So we climbed down the mountain from Montefiascone.
Look at these views.
Into the valley, and now back up to this high point of the day.
This is stunning.
And now we have downhill for a while, and then just a very gradual rise to get into Viterbo, because it's kind of right on the foot of this next ridge of mountains that we see. We want to have a discussion real quick about this flower, because it's been a big point of discussion in the Via Francigena group on Facebook. This is Queen Anne's lace, and you'll notice that the plant is about 2 feet tall or so, and that the flowers are very tightly clustered and they're flat. As they go to seed, they will kind of turn into like a bird's nest shape or a cup shape. Now, Queen Anne's lace is toxic to humans if you eat it. However, for most people, if you touch it, not going to cause you any problems, although some people will have an allergic reaction similar to touching poison ivy. There are bigger plants that look just like this that are more in the 4 to 6 feet or even taller range have bigger clumps of flowers, and the flowers are more umbrella shaped. Those plants are a version of hemlock or cow parsnip or hogsweed. And those are highly toxic to all people and animals. And as a matter of fact, just touching the flowers or the stems can cause severe burns and irritation that could last for months.
You know, I think that basically it's a hiker pro tip. Don't touch things or eat things unless you 100% absolutely know what they are and that they're safe, because what may look just like something that's in your garden, yard,
at home,
weed, may not be it at all. And
right.
So you have to really watch out. We encountered that on the Camino Francis. There was
witch's fingers.
Purple. They're purple, yeah.
Yeah, there's a flower that a lot of people have in their garden, but they can be highly toxic.
Yeah, so don't eat, don't touch if you don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like don't put your feet down unless you know exactly where you're stepping.
It's very true.
All good pro tips.
So I guess that's a hiker pro tip today from the Via Francigena. If you don't know what it is, don't touch it.
And don't eat it.
We came up over this little rise, and there is Viterbo right in front of us. They have quite...
8 kilometers away?
No, that was, yeah, 8 kilometers away. But I suspect we might get to the suburbs a little sooner.
We, as you saw, were entering the city, and we knew that right before the city there was going to be a thermal hot spring. And here it is.
Yay!
But it's closed.
Ooh.
It just happened. It's called the Via Francigena Thermal Spring, and it used to be free. Somewhere I read that it was free, but now it's €5. But it doesn't matter anyway because it's closed.
And the website didn't say why.
The website didn't say why. We are going to try to find another one today by taking a bus. So hold your fingers tight, because I'm hoping we're going to be able to try it. Even though it kind of sounds warm and sulfury, I don't care. It's an experience we need to have, apparently. But for now, let's keep walking.
Oh, Michelle, you blend right in with the hikers in the mural. Michelle is calling our lodging to tell them that we are 30 minutes away. But meanwhile, the best meal I have ever had in a gas station / car wash. Just so you know. Hey baby,
Ooh.
come take a load off.
Hi. You look a little less stiff.
I look a little less beat than those guys.
Lay in the sun much longer, you're gonna get really beat up.
Viterbo's Church of St. John the Baptist was built in the 1600s, while most of the frescoes and paintings inside were placed there in the 1700s, all by local artists. When we entered the church, we were met by a man who was watering the flowers, who immediately showed us around, demonstrating how the trompe-l'oeil paintings in the arch moved as you moved around the church. Almost every element that you can see inside the church is false and actually painted on the ceilings and walls.
Buongiorno.
Good morning.
It is day 46 on the Via Francigena.
It is our last short walking day.
It is.
What is it?
About 16 kilometers, 16 and a half kilometers from Vetralla to...
Nope.
Viterbo to Vetralla.
These V words, they're getting us. I think we're gonna have some shade today, which is exciting because it's gonna be 94 by noon. So we need to get going.
Andiamo. Goodbye, Viterbo.
Sit down, be quiet. They usually say, do this, do that, grow up, be nice and behave.
We haven't talked about this in a little while, but let's talk about getting out of town.
Yeah, when it's a bigger city, one of the hardest things to do is figure out where the Via Francigena is going.
So the guidebook is a good start, and it gives you an idea for where the stage begins and where the stage ends, but it doesn't really help you figure out where you are.
Yeah, so you got to figure out how to get to that stage. And like today, once we figured out how to get there, the signage was terrible.
Yeah, we got to the beginning of the stage, the official beginning of the stage, and walked about a half kilometer without seeing a single VF sign, except for one sign that was pointing in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
According to the app, at least.
So yeah, we follow the Slowways app. It helps a ton when getting out of a big city. You have that GPS going so that you can see where you're headed. Oh, but Brian, what's more important is where we are now.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
You don't know a thing about what this is like. I don't want to think about what's ahead, I'm here now. 'Cause I've always wanted to feel alive. Live in the moment, let the future arrive.
We've been following the marker up here. That's our little Via Francigena guy. However, there are times when it gets a little confusing, especially if there's multiple trails. This yellow marker leads you to Santiago, so it takes you the other way. And of course, now we're seeing stickers that say Canterbury. That's actually the first time we're seeing it. But then there are other trails, and oftentimes there are other trails on your trail. So you gotta make sure you know which marker you're actually following.
We got plenty of time. I've got nothing else but you on my mind. We got plenty of time.
Unfortunately, our rest stop is in the sun.
Unfortunately, for sure.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. Yeah. We got plenty of time.
We have finally made it to Hot Springs. We think they're hot. Michelle, are they hot?
I don't know. They're ice cold.
Ice cold springs? That's even better.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to put my feet in.
Just do
It
it.
feels so
Just do
good.
it. Do it.
I'm trying.
There we go.
I don't know if my feet have been this cold all summer. Oh, look at this terrible tan lines.
Yeah, I think she's talking about my feet, not hers. As you're walking up to this area, you're only about 1.5 miles, 3 kilometers or so from Vetralla. Make sure that you do not miss this cold spring to dip your feet in. And now we're going to backtrack back about 150 meters, sorry, to go back to the road to shortcut. Via Francigena goes this way. The road goes this way, which is a shortcut. It's going to cut about 1 kilometer almost off of our walk.
That's 2.2. This is 1.5 to our accommodation, which is right about the square.
Right about the end of the stage.
Welcome to our room. We have air conditioning in our room.
Yay! Set at 27 degrees. Today's high was 34, so.
I'm hoping that it will cool down. And the bed, I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I've slept in worse.
So we are in
We're in a 3-star hotel.
whose name we will not mention.
No, we would never do that. They do have accommodations for pilgrims. I don't think we're getting that much of a discount for our accommodation. I know there are nicer rooms. I know that because I've seen them. And this is spacious.
Yeah, we got a lot of space.
And we've got air conditioning. So there are certain things.
And a big bed. So what's the problem, Michelle?
Come with me. Let's start with the shower is just going to make the whole floor wet because
It's basically a wet bathroom.
yes. So before I tell you the worst of it, I have
Wait, it gets worse?
that's nothing. That's water. Water dissipates. I don't care. I have learned to go to the bathroom.
Toilets in Italy are interesting.
I have learned a Japanese toilet, and some of you may know this. Fortunately, it was new to me. I say that hesitantly because I'm not a fan. Well, can we insert a picture here of a Japanese toilet?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna insert a picture here. I have plenty of toilet pictures. But there's one thing on a regular toilet that every woman desires.
Oh, every man wants one too.
Okay, good.
And we're not talking about the flusher.
We're not talking about the flusher. The flusher can do whatever it wants. There's one thing, because as a pilgrim, when you walk this much, you need to go number 2.
And by the way, in case you were confused, toilet, shower. Toilet.
Here's the thing. Listen, our van life friends, I totally, we're living large according to our van life friends. So we're not composting, it's spacious. However,
I'm waiting to myself in the mirror.
However, even our van life friends have a toilet lid. Even if it's on a 5-gallon bucket, I know you have a toilet lid. And that's something we don't have. So while I pout about it, we're gonna show you something else.
One of the pilgrim things that we've talked about a little bit but we haven't shown you is our laundry situation. So one of the first things we do when we get into a room, usually Michelle hops in the shower first while I'm trying to figure out where are we gonna hang the laundry.
And then I wash the clothes, you wring them out.
Right. So sometimes some pilgrim accommodations who are truly thinking about what pilgrims need will have outdoor clotheslines or they'll have clothes racks that you can hang your clothes outside. Most pilgrim accommodations we found have not thought of that situation. We carry a clothesline, looks like this, and I will walk around the room and try to find places to hang.
But show them why we can't hang them the other places you like.
So, what I'm always checking for is looking for like hooks, coat hooks or whatever on the door or on the wall somewhere. The problem is they have to be secure. This one is very wobbly.
We certainly don't want to leave here damaging.
I don't want to rip something off the wall.
Yeah.
Right. I'll also look at the wardrobes that are often in the room. This one is relatively sturdy and attached to the wall. A lot of times they're just freestanding wardrobes and they're antiques, so they're not strong. This one, don't feel like this one's really very good.
And also the floor of that is
particle board.
Particle board.
I'm also looking at where our clothes are going to drip. So this room has parquet floors, so we have to be careful of that. But particle board's even worse to drip on. So here's the solution for this room. And this always works in a pinch. From this door hinge up here, across the room to this window hinge, which I'm gonna actually have to get on a chair to get to. That'll hang a line that hangs all the way across the room, gives us probably 12 feet of clothesline to use. But most importantly, it's not in our way getting from the bed to the bathroom in the middle of the night, because nobody wants to get clotheslined in the middle of the night. And it's dripping on the floor, but after we take our showers, we'll put our bath towels down on the floor to collect any water that drips from our clothes for the first couple of hours while they're drip drying. And we wring them out and make sure that they're as dry as possible.
Show us how to hang it on that
All right,
hinge.
so this clothesline is fantastic. I don't know if we've linked it before, but we'll link it now. Oh Lord, all the parts hurt. So I put it through the window.
I can't see anything.
I run it through the
There we
hinge.
go.
Get
There we
myself
go.
plenty of line. Now I'll close the window. It doesn't pinch the line.
Close
so
the
it's-
window because we have air conditioning.
It's fine there. Now whoops. She'll get close so they can see this. I'm gonna pull this tight. It goes there.
This is that metal.
It goes there. That's that little clip right there. Just clips right on. And now I'm gonna do the same thing over here.
They're so ugly.
I'm gonna put this
Don't.
the hinge right here. And go outside and push it back through.
Got it.
And I can even close the door and still pull it tight. Michelle, you're in my way.
You're gonna have to cut that.
Now I can pull this tight right there. And now I've got a clothesline that all of our clothes will hang on.
Wow.
And even when I put the clothes on it, the weight will pull it down, but it's not gonna pull it down and it's gonna be a big problem, plus the clothes will be hanging. I'll show you once it's filled up. Well, here's how it all looks put together. One of the nice things about using the door hinges is that if I had to open the door for someone from the hotel, the door would block the view of the laundry, so they wouldn't necessarily see it. And you can see right here, also, you'll see that we carry safety pins instead of clothespins. I actually weighed them, and the safety pins are much, much lighter than clothespins, and they also do serve other purposes, like if we need to clothespin something to the outside of our pack because it's not totally dry, or using it for an emergency button repair or things like that.
There are two ways that one could do a salad. Here's Michelle's salad.
Beautiful.
Lettuce, pecorino cheese, tomatoes. Here's my salad. Bread, tomatoes, basil. I think there might be a little bit of onion in there.
Guess what though? Guess what?
What?
You're getting lettuce too.
Oh, that's fine. But hers is just a regular salad. Mine is called panzanella, which is a traditional bread salad. And we also have some bruschetta mista, which has some different pâtés and some lettuce, or some tomato and some ham.